Jen here, and I have a layout share for you guys. But first I wanted to wish all my fellow Canadians a happy Canada Day. I hope you guys are all having a lovely day celebrating our amazing country. Our weather is so great right now. Fingers crossed it stays that way. We actually had thunderstorms and even possibly snow in our forecast. But so far, blue skies and hot sunny sun. It's a little windy, which usually means rain for us, but we'll take what we can get. So right now it's gorgeous, and I hope you guys are having a gorgeous day too. So let me show you the layouts that I did in June. Most of them you have seen, and there are process videos for them, but I'll let you know the ones that don't. So this one here does not have a process video. It's just something I threw together as I was teaching a class for some kids at the dance studio and kind of showing them, you know, where to place photos and stuff. So I didn't really have a plan for this one per se. I just kind of was throwing it together as I went, and I think it turned out pretty cute. It's an old picture from Drumheller. I think we were hiking in the Hoodoos, and so there's just these stickers come from Dollar Tree. This is from Pink Paisley. This is from Pink Fresh Studio. These flowers are a stamp that I stamped onto some paper that I did some mixed media on. This comes from Chamel. So did these flower stickers, so it's kind of a mishmash of stuff. The doily comes from Michael's. You'll have to excuse the dog if you hear her in the background. Yeah, this came from Michael's, I think, as well, these words, and so it's just a big mishmash of stuff, and I just was showing them how they could match colors together and how to do some of the mixed media and things like that. So I think it turned out pretty cute, so I thought I would show you guys. This is a Wild Whisper layout that I did using the Sassy Since Birth collection. So I've got lots of mixed media going on and a lot of the cards and ephemera pieces for Sassy Since Birth. And so of course there is a layout process video for this one. This is a layout that I did using the Authentique, what is it called? I think it's called something Vintage Toy or something along those lines. It's kind of a boy collection with lots of blues and greens and grays and cream, and there's lots of pictures with like vintage cars and stuff like that. Very, very cute. But I fell in love with the puzzle piece paper, so I just cut out my little puzzle pieces here. I put them back over top of their matching colors to add a little dimension. This came from the cut apart sheet, so I cut that out for my little title and just popped in a picture of the boys when they were itty bitty. This was only a few months after they came home, so yeah, I love that. I thought it turned out really good. This is a layout that I did for a travel themed hop that happened in the middle of the month, and so I used some of the Pink Fresh Out and About collection and I matched it with the Tommy collection from Close to My Heart, and so there's just lots of fun textures and ephemera and stickers and puffy stickers and lots of sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I think all of these ones are exclusive to Wild Whisper. I used a stamp, and I just had a ton of fun putting this one together and trying to get those two collections to mash. So I love how this one turned out. This is a layout I put together. Oh, I forgot to say too, the layout of the boys I put together for the Mini Kit Monday challenge group that I was guest designing for this month. So you can go check them out. I'll leave the links down below. This was also put together for that Mini Kit Monday challenge Facebook group. Dolly picked a whole bunch of sketches for her challenges for the month of June, and this was one of the sketches. So I loved putting this one together too. My Mini Kit Monday kit was all kind of boy and Father's Day themed. That was Dolly's theme for the month. And this one I put a few different collections together to come up with this. So I love doing that kind of thing. Lately I feel like that's my goal, is to mix as many collections as possible. So this one was also really fun to put together about my hubby and some pictures from our anniversary. So check out the process video for that. This is the layout that I put together for my 1,000 subscriber hop. I had this portion here. You can see this is a separate piece from this paper edge all the way to here. And so this I did way back in 2014 or 2015, and I decided to just take it and give it a bit of an update because I don't actually scrap in this size. I was doing this for a specific series that I had on my channel, and so I wanted to just take this and expand it into a 12 by 12. So I added a bunch of boy stuff that I had. My mini kit Monday kit came in really handy for this one because all my boy stuff was out, and I think it turned out super cute. This is my everyday inspiration layout that I did. The picture was this beautiful flower. It kind of had purpley tones to it, and it was in, I think it was in Christy's hand, and so I kind of wanted to make this look sort of like the hand with the flower being the picture right in the center, and then the flower had the purple undertones, so I went with lots of purple and flowers. I think this turned out so nice, and I'm very proud of myself for not doing anything around the edge. I'm gonna leave it just like this, and I think it looks really good. And I love this picture that was put together. It's a mural of our town, So this is another Wild Whisper layout that I did, and I'm so excited because once again, I'm mixing collections, and I got 7 different Wild Whisper collections in here. So I have the brand new kind of re-release that they did, or the updated adventure. That's where this came from. The 2 colorful papers, this one and this one, came from Out and About. This background paper came from Strong and Free. This camera came from Where to Next. These little tags, 1, 2, 3 right here, came from Sassy Since Birth. This came from Road Trip, and then the sequins came from Halloween Night. Was that 7? I think so. So yeah, I was pretty excited to get them all mixed in there, and I love how this turned out. So this layout was for the Love of Crafting and Sharing YouTube collaboration series, and this month we were sharing our love of the Scrap Room, which is a kit club that you can go and check out, but they also have a Facebook group. So they asked us if we wanted to play along with their challenges for the month of June and use those for our layouts for this month. And I really loved the idea of the recipe challenge that they had, or a formula challenge that they had, where they just gave you dimensions and you had to cut your papers into those dimensions and then see how you could put them together. So I went ahead and used that. And then their mood board was absolutely stunning. It was lots of flowers and very kind of summery, beautiful things, all in blues and yellows. So I used the blue and yellow as well. And then they also had a sketch that I really loved. So I decided to kind of use the sketch to help me decide where to put my papers that I had cut using their formulas. So I basically combined 3 of their challenges together to come up with this, and I love it so much. And I've really been struggling not to keep using the same kind of sketch design and yellow and blue, but I think you're gonna see a lot more yellow and blue from me because I'm super obsessed with it right now, and I just love how this turned out. This is a Father's Day layout that I put together for the Mini Kit Mondays challenge. Father's Day again was one of their themes, and so in my little kit I had put a couple pieces of paper that I had from the Plaid Dad collection from Simple Stories. So I just went and found a picture. It wasn't taken on Father's Day, but I loved that it was black and white, and so I feel like it really worked out good with all of these tones of gray and white and red and black. And yeah, I thought this was really good. And a member actually posted a layout where she kind of made her photos into a banner, and I was really inspired by that. So I decided to take the cards from the cut apart sheet and make my own little banner using her same kind of idea. So I think this turned out so sweet, and I love the idea of this really big banner. I definitely want to do that again. This is a layout that I don't have a process video for. This was basically a sample layout that I created for the class that I taught. I wanted to make sure that I could create something that students could do at home, and if they didn't have a ton of supplies, they could find ways to basically use things around the house. So like instead of embroidery floss, they could use other types of string or yarn or whatever. If they didn't have washi tape, they could use maybe pattern papers. I punched out some hearts, but I thought they would be able to maybe find heart stickers and things like that. And then I got them to use Crayola markers. If they didn't have watercolor markers, they used Crayola markers to do some background smushing. And then I printed these thanks to dance. They were something that the dance studio had put out with actual sayings on them, and so I just covered them up so that they could write their own. So I created that as a printable that they could print from home. So this was lots of fun, and I'm not gonna actually do anything else to it. Probably if I was doing this just for myself or for a video, I would have added a lot more, but I kind of like how it's just very simple and it's very monochromatic, blue and white. Fox just happened to be wearing a blue shirt, and blue is the color for the studio, so I really wanted to stick to that. And I think it turned out really sweet, so I'm leaving it exactly like that. And then I created a second one, just again to give them some inspiration and some different ideas. I didn't want them necessarily to copy exactly the layout that I was making, so I wanted them to be able to have some extra ideas to kind of put their own layouts together. So here you can see I took that same printable that I made and I just cut it off so that it only has the thanks to dance part here. I used one up here for Kaylin to write her different reasons to be thankful for dance, and just used random stickers and things. Also very simple. I also did some of the smushing. I used doilies and a marker just to go around the edge. So very, very simple, but again, I kind of like it like that. So I'm gonna leave it. I thought maybe I would put them together, and then after the class was done, I'd go back in and redo things or add extra things, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave them just like this. I think they're very sweet. So this is my Christmas in June layout that I scrap lifted from a layout that I found on Pinterest, and I just loved the idea of the present with the ribbon and kind of playing around with the clusters and adding fun little bits and pieces to it. So I think that turned out very cute. So this is another layout that I did for Mini Kit Mondays using the Wild Child collection from Pink Paisley. So all the paper comes from there and a few of the little embellishments. They also come from the Simple Stories Little Dude collection and a couple other places, just all that boy stuff that I put together in my kit. I kind of mashed it all together to create these little monochromatic squares, and I just love how this turned out. I think the black really helps to make all those colors look extra vibrant and extra fun and cool and kind of boyish. So definitely go check this one out. And then the last layout that I did for this month is this layout here. Also, again, for Mini Kit Mondays, there were 5 Mondays in June, so I really wanted to get 5 layouts done. And this is using mostly the Lil Dude collection from Simple Stories. And I followed a sketch that Dolly had as one of her challenges. So I was able to get 2 sketches done. I used the mood board a little bit, and obviously all 5 of my layouts were all boy and mannish themed. So I think I did pretty good. I had so much fun being a guest designer. So definitely go and check them out. But I just love all the bright colors and all the fun little things, and Sebastian has a dinosaur on his t-shirt, so I decided to use the dinosaurs here, and I think it pulled together really nicely. And that is it for my layouts for the month of June. I think I did pretty good. I got lots of layouts done. I tinkered a little bit in my Project Life albums, but not enough to really show you what I did. I also did a few layouts for the ABC challenge, so I actually have 4 of those coming up that you will have videos for this week, so I don't want to show them to you until the video is out, and a telephone hop video coming out tomorrow, so check that out too. But I didn't get any Traveler's Insert pages done or anything like that, so I'm going to try to work on some of those in July, and I'm hopefully going to be doing a whole bunch of layouts with Crystal from Pineapple Papers. She's doing 30 days of Off the Board, so stay tuned for lots of stuff in July. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know I have a lot of new subscribers, so welcome, and thank you for the support. It definitely means a lot to me. So until next time, happy scrapping and stay safe. Bye.